Hi guys, my name is Susie and I'm the blogger behind the blog Girl Gone Green, and today's video is all about Frownies. If you have not heard of Frownies, allow me to introduce you. These are wrinkle smoothing patches that you can wear to help smooth out fine lines and wrinkles on your face. They come in these forehead and between the eyes patches, and then you also have the corners of the eyes and then the corner of the mouth patches as well. So I'm going to show you how I apply these to my skin today, and as I apply them, I'm going to share with you what I thought as far as the efficiency and effectiveness of Frownies and wearing them for over 3 months now, and what they've done to my skin and what I've noticed. So the Frownie patches come in these patches right here. So one side is an adhesive and then the other side is just smooth. What you want to do is just either use some water and lightly get the adhesive wet, or you can spritz it with a hydrosol, any sort of toner that you have. I always just use hydrosol. I love it. Just really easy to spritz it. And then I'll rub the patch, kind of rub it all around to make sure it gets all moist. And then I'll set that one down and I'll do another one. And then by the time I'm done with the other one, I'll put the first one on. So I'm going to show you how it works and how it looks so you can kind of get an idea. I wanted to show you that each of the patches is perforated, so it's easy just to really put them and mold them wherever you want on your face and really work them however you need to. There's really no perfect way to apply Frownies patches. I've watched a ton of videos. I've watched the founders talk about how they use the Frownie patches, and really she says there's no perfect way. It's just a matter of making sure that wherever your lines are, you're forming a cast so that way you're including all the muscles. For instance, if you have a line that goes all the way across your forehead, you want to make sure that you have the whole entire forehead covered. That way none of the muscle is able to move while you're wearing the Frownie patches. So what it really does is it helps lift the muscle and smooth it. And that's what creates that effectiveness as far as not seeing the fine lines and really smoothing things out. And that's the idea behind wearing the Frownies is, after a while your muscle is, getting used to that new motion. It's similar to Botox. What it does is it basically, freezes that area so you're not able to move it. And that's what this does. Over time, you're just really retraining your muscles not to, go in that position the more that you wear them. So they recommend wearing them at least 3 hours at a time. And if you can, wear them at night. That's what I did, is I wore mine at night. And I saw the most effectiveness by wearing them at night because you're wearing them for a long period of time. I really wore them primarily just on my forehead. I did try them a little bit on my laugh lines right here. And I tried them once on my eyes, but I don't really have as many fine lines right here yet, at least. So I haven't really worn them too much, but primarily where I'm concerned more is in my forehead area where I can just see my forehead lines. I kind of have some 11s that are starting to show too. So I really like wearing them for that. And that's where I've noticed the biggest difference. So I'm going to show you how I apply them. Again, this is how the forehead ones come. They just come in a pack like this, and then you can just rip them off in the perforated area and then just apply them across your forehead. So I'm going to show you how to apply the Frownies. So I'm going to take a patch and I'm going to spritz it and just rub it all over. And I kind of like lifting it while I apply. This really helps to smooth out the muscle because you're retraining it, right? And then you're really smoothing out as you're doing it. And then I'm gonna do another one. Again, lifting. And I like to overlap really to make sure I'm forming that cast and to create a really nice solid lift. And you'll feel like they're tight, and that's what they're supposed to feel like because they're lifting that muscle. I'm gonna do another one. Again, lifting, overlapping. Just really press them on there really good. And like you'll notice at first, I'm so used to it now, but like when I first started wearing them at night, it was a little bit like, how am I gonna do this while I'm sleeping? But you totally get used to it. Obviously it feels tighter. You know, it feels like it's pulling up a little bit, which is what it's supposed to feel like. And you might think it's a little weird at first, but you will totally get used to it. And I don't even notice it now. It's just my routine. And my husband has seen me do this so many times and I think he's used to it. So yeah, that's what I do for my forehead. I'll also apply one sometimes right here, but I kind of got it a little higher this time. You can do it even more. You could apply more on top if you wanted to, but it's really just to create like that cast. I just have kind of more like right here. Mine don't even go that far over, so it's more just to really get that center area covered. And then like I said, you could totally take the eye patches and then the corner of the eye ones as well. And you could do right here if you really wanted to lift those, or the crow's feet were a concern for you, or if you had the laugh lines, you could really lift those as well. Like I said, I didn't do those as much just because I don't really have those quite as much yet, but you would do the same motion. You would lift and then you would apply these, you know, like that. And then with the eyes, they have these ones that are a little bit more contoured for the eye area as well. So apply those right here. To remove them, all you need to do is get a warm washcloth in the morning. I just get it warm and then I would just leave it like that on top, and it really just helps them. You can just peel them right off. So easy. I've honestly peeled them off without a washcloth too. It almost feels like a Biore strip back in the day when you would use those for your nose. You know, it just kind of takes that layer of skin a little bit off. So try to use this if I can, because it's just super easy to come off if it's warm, you know, from the washcloth. So I will say one thing with the Frownies is make sure you apply your skincare like at least 15 to 30 minutes before you are applying the Frownie patches, just because if you apply the Frownie patches right after your skincare, they just won't stick. They will just kind of fall off. And so the best way to really get a good mold and have them stick is to make sure, you know, you apply all your creams and serums and all the things before, and then apply the Frownie patches. You don't want to apply the Frownie patches right after because they just won't work. And that way your skin is a little bit drier instead of feeling like, you know, it's just too moist and you're just gonna have them fall right off. So I like to really do my skincare routine like 30 minutes beforehand, then let it dry, let it really like absorb into my skin, and then I'll apply the Frownie patches just to make sure they adhere really well to my skin. I hope that helped as far as really knowing how to use Frownie facial patches. I have noticed a huge difference in my forehead fine lines for sure. So I use them for a full 30 days before I stopped using them. I just wanted to stop using them just for 5 days just to see if I could see a difference not using them, and I totally could tell a difference not using them. I've read that you need, in order to see a difference, you really need to do it for 30 days to get your muscles kind of retrained. And then you can take a break and then just start using it again anytime you feel like maybe your lines are coming back or whatever. So I truly believe that they're effective, and the sooner you can get started, I think the better, because obviously the more you can train your muscles to relax and not go in that position, the better. So yeah, I'm a believer. I'm gonna keep using them. I have been using them. I think wearing them at night too, it's so easy because I'm not going anywhere. Obviously I'm just sleeping, so why not just use the Frownie patches? And they're super non-invasive, right? So that's why I love them. So check them out. I have a full blog post where I go into all the details about Frownie patches if you want to read even more. There's links below to all the products and where you can find them and all the good stuff. So hope this video was helpful. Have a great day.